Okay, so story time part two. So we've learned that, my grandma was abandoned. And I kind of start to dive deeper into the family history bit of things, just trying to get kind of like more information about my grandfather and things like that, and kind of trace down his family tree and things like that. Well, I get a message from a woman who on Ancestry, just randomly one day, I get a message from a woman who's kind of wanting clarification about the person in my family tree who she was married to and who died. She was a widow of the same man. And, she kind of wanted clarification as to why this man was showing up in my family tree as my grandfather and the husband of this woman and the father of her children. And, we compared notes and were able to figure out that it was in fact the same man. And not only that, but he had other wives as well and other illegitimate children as well. So we end up figuring out that there was another woman in the time right before my grandmother was abandoned. That another woman that wasn't his wife, that he never married, had actually become pregnant with his child. And so we hypothesized that is why he abandoned my grandmother and their children, because he had gotten another woman pregnant, a much younger woman who actually still lived at home with her family, strangely enough. They never married though. But so it turns out this man is like I think they're called a bigamist, but a serial marrier. Like, I think the final tally that so far, I mean, it's still a work in progress, but the final tally was 5 different women and, 5 families actually, because all of these wives had children by him. But he abandoned every single one of them. And if you really put that in perspective, it's absolutely obnoxious, because this is one man. And women could not own property or have a bank account. And while working was on the rise at that point, in the 50s, these women were stranded with children and then just being thrust into mental institutions for no reason at all. It's horrible. It's